Think you know the Vikings? When we hear the word Viking, many of us conjure up images of fierce warriors, clad in horned helmets, storming through villages with swords and axes. But how much of that is true, and how much is myth? Let's embark on a journey to uncover the real story behind these legendary Norsemen. Let's separate fact from fiction. The Vikings have been romanticized and vilified in equal measure, but the truth is far more fascinating than the myths. They were a complex society with a rich culture and history that goes beyond the battlefield. The Vikings were more than just fierce warriors wearing horned helmets. In fact, the iconic horned helmet is a myth popularized by 19th century artists. The real Vikings wore simple, practical helmets, if any at all, designed for protection in battle. Originating from Scandinavia, these seafaring people lived from the late 8th to early 11th century. The harsh and rugged landscapes of modern-day Norway, Sweden, and Denmark were their home. These lands, with their fjords, forests, and mountains, shaped the Viking way of life. They were expert sailors and traders, exploring far beyond their homeland. Their longships, with their sleek designs and shallow drafts, allowed them to navigate both open seas and shallow rivers. This made them formidable explorers and traders, reaching as far as the Middle East and North America. Did you know the Vikings reached North America long before Columbus? Around the year 1000, Leif Erikson, a Norse explorer, landed on the shores of what is now Newfoundland, Canada. They called this new land Vinland, due to the wild grapes that grew there. They established settlements like the famous Vinland. Archaeological evidence, such as the remains of Norse buildings and artifacts, has been found in lawns or meadows, providing proof of their presence in North America. But Vikings weren't just about raids and conquests. While they are often remembered for their violent raids on European monasteries and towns, they also engaged in peaceful trade and cultural exchange. They traded goods like furs, amber, and slaves for silver, silk, and spices. They had complex societies with skilled artisans and farmers. Viking society was organized into various classes, including chieftains, warriors, farmers, and slaves. Their artisans were skilled in metalwork, woodwork, and textiles, creating intricate jewelry, weapons, and household items. Their impact on history is immense. The Vikings played a crucial role in shaping the medieval world. Their raids and settlements influenced the political landscape of Europe, leading to the formation of new kingdoms and the spread of new technologies and ideas, from influencing European trade routes to contributing to modern-day language. The Vikings established extensive trade networks that connected Europe with the Middle East and Asia. They also left a lasting mark on the languages of the regions they settled in, with many Old Norse words still in use today. Words like berserk and skull have Viking origins. Berserk comes from the Old Norse word berserker, referring to warriors who fought with wild, frenzied strength. Skull comes from skál, meaning a drinking bowl, reflecting the Vikings' love of feasting and celebration. So, next time you hear Viking, think explorers, traders, and innovators, not just warriors. The Vikings were a people of many talents and interests, and their legacy is far more diverse than the stereotype of the bloodthirsty raider. Dive into the real Viking saga. Their stories, preserved in the sagas and Eddas, offer a glimpse into their world, filled with heroism, adventure, and the supernatural. These tales have inspired countless works of literature, art, and film. Additionally, they had a rich mythology, with gods like Odin and Thor, and epic tales like the sagas. Norse mythology is a treasure trove of stories about gods, giants and heroes. Odin, the Allfather, was the god of wisdom and war, while Thor, with his mighty hammer Mjolnir, was the protector of mankind. Their craftsmanship in shipbuilding and weaponry was unparalleled. The Vikings' longships were marvels of engineering, capable of crossing vast oceans and navigating narrow rivers. Their weapons, from swords to axes, were both functional and beautifully crafted. The Viking Age left a lasting legacy on the world. The social structure of Viking society was complex, with a strong emphasis on loyalty and honor. Chieftains led their communities, and warriors, known as drengs, swore oaths of loyalty to their leaders. They celebrated with grand festivals and cultural events. Festivals like Yule and Midsummer were important occasions for the Vikings, marked by feasting, games, and religious rituals. These celebrations strengthened community bonds and honored the gods. Their legacy continues to influence our world today. From popular TV shows and movies to modern-day festivals and reenactments, the Vikings continue to capture our imagination. Their spirit of adventure, innovation, and resilience lives on in our culture and history.